Live. It is our premiere edition of the Auto Adventure Show. It's Daryl Seiden, the man that's always on your side, trying to find some new adventures and experiences and events. And to kick it off, when you think of Lamborghini and I guess a party, one thing comes to mind. It's the Festival del Toro. My guest this evening is Anthony Morelli. And we're going to chat a little bit about the history of the event and also what people could expect by attending the event. So join us here on the Auto Adventure Show. All right, welcome to another edition. Actually, it's the premiere edition, but we're going to have many editions going forward here of the Auto Adventure Show. My guest tonight is Anthony Morelli. He is the founder of the Festival del Toro. So, Anthony, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Looking forward to it.
I'm glad you're happy to be here because I'm happy to be here. It is the premiere show. You may have seen me on my other auto shows, but this is our brand new YouTube channel. And we have a very exciting guest here. And he may look a little young. We'll find out about his history as far as the show that he's producing, the event that he's producing. So, Anthony, take us back to the beginning. How did you come up with the idea? What was the inspiration for Festival del Toro?
So I always had a love for Lamborghinis whenever I was young. Whatever caught my eye was always a Lamborghini. So I traveled back to Italy in 2018, and I remember going to the factory and admiring how they were built by hand and seeing what crafts it takes and the handwork and the man skills it takes. So it really captured my eye and really gave me a new appreciation of the brand itself. So I wanted to revolve a business around a company that acknowledges its history and its passion for its cars, not like these other cars you see today.
Yeah, very interesting story. I think the auto enthusiasts know out there that apparently, I guess Ferruccio Lamborghini, went to see Enzo Ferrari, and he wanted them to build a car for him. And I don't know, tell me a little bit about that story from your point of view.
So Ferruccio Lamborghini he built tractors for a living. So he wanted to treat himself. So he bought himself a 250 GT Ferrari. But he experienced problems with the clutch. So he went to Enzo Ferrari and said, "Hey, your car keeps breaking down on me." And Enzo Ferrari said, "You don't know how to drive stick. All you know is tractors." So what did Ferruccio Lamborghini do? He built his own business doing cars. He said, "I'll build a more reliable and trustworthy car that people will enjoy." So he created the 350 GT, 100 plus from the Ferrari 250 GT out of spite, and the rest is history.
And the history is something that you're really honoring here. So take us to the next step. So you're very impressed with the Lamborghini brand. You come up with an idea. Tell me about that ideation process you went through.
So I don't know if you recall Bullfest years ago, originally from like 2018, but
yeah.
So I was supposed to be a photographer for Bullfest originally, but he didn't go through with it. So I was like, you know what? There's not really any more car rallies going on. So I was like, let me see if I could do it myself. So I went to Lamborghini Paramus with a slideshow on Google Docs that I made. It took me about 2 weeks to do. And I presented it to the guys at Lamborghini Paramus, and they loved it. I already had 2 sponsorships confirmed. And I ended up having around 60 Lamborghinis attend the event with 17 sponsors behind me.
That's great. And you were 16 at the time. So, definitely you had to come up with some really good resourcing to get all this together. But as we know in the car business, it's very contagious. Once you tell someone and they're really passionate about what they do and about the hobby, because at Auto Adventures, we're passionate enthusiasts. So we want to make sure that that passion shows through, creating a sense of community. So you created the event, And then I guess walk us through what a Lamborghini owner or driver experiences when they come to your event. Give me an idea, how the day starts and then what happens throughout the day.
So at our events, we're more than a rally, I say. We're an experience that you encounter. Of course, the drive is great and the cars are great, but it's more about the experience when you go to these events. So when you first arrive, we have everything else set up for you. So we'll hook you up with breakfast, give you your gift bag, have one of our professionals apply the stickers for you, and then around an hour and a half later, we start the drive. And then we stop midway, take some photos, gather, discuss about the route to our fellow participants, and end the day at a really nice restaurant, enjoying each other's company, which I think we lacked over the few years with COVID.
Great. I'm sharing your Instagram page here on screen. Definitely a lot of great shots of Lamborghinis. And as you said, this came from your passion of photography and kind of parlaying that into, really honoring the brand that you have here. So when someone comes on this event, so it's not just a rally. There's good food, there's community, there's great conversation. What have you heard as far as the feedback of people that attend your event?
All I've heard from my past previous participants are when is the next one? And we love your events compared to my competitors. Like I said, I really narrowed down every key detail from the place we stop. We do the route every single time to make sure everything is prepared for it and more so we know what to expect, obviously. But we planned everything out months ago. I started doing this one that's coming up this Sunday all the way back to January. So it takes months in advance and tons of preparation for it.
Now, walk us through some of the pictures that we're seeing here on the screen now. This is, I guess, an event from 2018. You had a little bit of pause due to COVID there.
We've had an event every single year ever since 2020. We only did about one. Each year, we're trying to ramp it up a little bit as we continue spreading our name. But like I said, in 2020, when we first started, we had to deal with the regulations of the inside dining, which was our biggest problem. When we were having 100 people and the regulations are 25, and trying to go around that wasn't easy at all. And trying to convince people to come on the event, it was, but I knew if I could do this, I could do any other event in the future.
That's great. So when we talk about the event, you also have some other things that you do. You have some charitable endeavors that you work through. Tell us a little bit about that.
So last year I hosted an event called Pistons and Pizza. So it's basically a cars and coffee, but with pizza. So I partnered up with the Coronado property and Lamborghini Paramus in North McLaren, Jersey. And we hosted a nonprofit charity event where we ate pizza and enjoyed cars. We had about 30 cars attend and raised about $1,500 for charity, which isn't bad for our first event to the Blythedale Children's Hospital.
Not bad at all. So we always talk about giving back to the community and add a charitable component to what you're doing. Also bringing up the youth into this hobby. And of course, I was excited to interview you because you are the next generation. I mean, you're the generation that's really embracing the automobile culture. And also, too, the Auto Ventures is involved with a lot of the vocational schools in the area as well to make sure that we're bringing up our youth into this culture, not only fixing the cars, today is all about technology. It's like plug a computer in, figure out what's going on with it, but also, getting your hands dirty, understanding the internal mechanisms of the car and how it functions. So it's great to see that you're involved with the community and also on the charitable side as well. And apparently a lot of people have been hearing about this event. I heard, you're having some surprise guests at your events as well. So as Lamborghini owners and drivers that are attending your event, what can they expect to see or who can they expect to possibly meet?
So this one's a big one. So we got Stradman, of course, and we're shipping out his Liberty Walk Aventador, which just got transported today from Utah. I got photos of it on the transport trailer. So next stop is in Jersey. And we also got Shmi 150. He is attending our event, and Street Speed 717 in its SVJ.
That's fantastic. So you're getting the momentum going. The culture and community is recognizing this. So definitely congratulations. And I see that great logo behind you there, and I know there's a little bit of interesting
Awesome.
story about that as well. So you can tell us that as well.
So yeah, the bowl behind my head is my logo, Festival del Toro. So I technically I like to say I created, but I got it from Fiverr. I was 17 at the time, almost got sued by Rebel because of a recent logo. My logo before looked like Rebel a little bit, so I had to recreate it. So I went on Fiverr with $50 in mind to spend. So I got a very basic lineup of a bull's head. So I wanted to incorporate Lamborghini more. So I took the design, put in lines to incorporate the different angles that Lamborghini is known for in its cars. So on the one half of the bull is aligned due to how angular the car is, and the other half is due to forged carbon fiber, which is presented on the 610-4s, the 580-2s, body, how the underbody is all forged carbon fiber, and of course the Performante on its alloy system. So I wanted to incorporate that. And then if you look, I think right there, you see the
Yeah.
little horn on the F. That's from the Centenario. If you look at the letter and the Centenario on the roof, it says it has an outline in Centenario, and then on the end are bull horns that not a lot of
Yes.
people know about, and the Italian flag right on the bottom to show its heritage.
I love the logo. I love kind of like high tech in the sense because it has like that grid there, that kind of matrix on one side, and then
Yeah,
the carbon fiber side. So great job on that. I really enjoy the creativity there. I'm paying a little respect. I don't know if you can see my Countach
oh yeah,
here
I see the
from way
Countach.
back. My generation, we had the Countach poster on our wall because it was such an amazing angled car,
Oh
and
yeah,
still searching for a really nice white anniversary edition. So if you happen to see it, I know my friend Steve has one over at Interstate Motorsports, so I'd love to go over
I know
there and check it out. So yeah, so this is exclusive event specifically for Lamborghini owners and drivers. I know there's no press or spectators invited to this, but what we wanted to do is make sure everybody continues to follow you on Instagram. Make sure you check out the Festival de Toro Instagram account. You can follow. He'll have probably some great pictures from the event that he'll be able to
great.
share with you, and then they could stay tuned for other events that you have in the future. Like your cars and pizza and cars and coffee events, and those events are for the general public. Is that correct?
Yes, so we're definitely planning on hosting another charity event in the card season. There's no question about that. And for people to find out about it, we'll be posting it on our Instagram, and that's the main source that we post our events. Is going to be Instagram. If it's private, we will mention it, but it's going to be public. The next one.
Okay. Well, I definitely look forward to the event. We covered everything we wanted to talk to today. Thank you for being on the premiere show here of the Auto Adventures. And we look
Thank you.
forward to making some plans. I'm going to try to come up and see you on Sunday. But I definitely look forward to having you at some of our events here in South Jersey, and also to welcome the additional Lamborghini owners to the family. I mean, we're a non-denominational, passionate enthusiast community. So we're going to talk exotics, classics. We're going to talk all about it, muscle cars. So definitely join us in our next episode here on the Auto Adventure Show. And I want to make sure that everybody checks out, our website as well. It is on the web at autoadventures.com. And we like to say, live your life by the speedometer, not the clock. Really enjoy life, and every day is a great day. So once again, thank you for joining me here on the Auto Adventures, Anthony. And hit me up if you have another guest or a guest idea. We'd love to have him featured here on the Auto Adventures Show. So enjoy the journey. This is Daryl Seidman, your host for the Auto Adventures Show, and we'll see you on the road next time.